sharing your story. And so then I just had a few questions. I thought we'd have a little discussion about humor and cancer. So I guess to start, I mean, where have you both, how have you found humor in this whole situation? I'm sure people may have asked you that, or friends wonder, like, why is she laughing when this is such a serious thing? How, you know, this question is to both of you. How do you find that humor?
I think it's always been in my personality to find humor in whatever I can, even if it's totally like people might see it as inappropriate, and I know it makes some people uncomfortable, but I think me and my husband both, like every hardship we went through with this cancer diagnosis, we tried to meet it with something humorous. So like we have tons of stories up our sleeves of from shaving my head, what we did to have fun with it, to the celebrating the end of chemo was like the weekend of Halloween. So we literally dressed me up in every bald costume we could think of. Like, I think we would have been miserable and cried through 2020 if we hadn't used humor. And you have to go through cancer treatments anyways. There's no other option for you to make it through cancer without terrible treatments. And you might as well make fun of yourself and have some fun with it instead of being super depressed about it all the time. So that's what we would tell people usually if they were questioning why we thought stuff was funny.
Yeah, it's kind of the same for us. My husband is also, he needs a kidney transplant. So the two of us, like, it's just been a whirlwind. So we're just constantly like, if you don't laugh, you're going to cry. Like, and it's, you say it jokingly, but at the same time, it's kind of true. Like, I can either sit here and be miserable, or I can have fun and make light of the situation in one way or another. Like, I could have been mortified that my boob was hanging out in front of these people I just met. And so I was like, oh, there's my titty. Like, sorry. Like, it's just, you may as well just laugh it off, because it happened regardless. Like, I didn't want this to happen, but it happened. So I may as well, make it as enjoyable, I guess, as I can, and have a little bit of fun with this crap situation.
No, I mean, I agree with you. That's kind of how I looked at it, and why I started Humor Beats Cancer is that there's got to be some way to get through it in a way where you don't have to lose your joy in some, in your joy in life, I guess. I mean, that was kind of the reason I created it. But yeah, no, I feel the same. I always felt like I was laughing so I wasn't crying, or I wasn't really getting bogged down on like where I was at in the situation. So, I completely empathize with everything you're saying. What advice do you have for, if someone's watching this and they're a young adult going through cancer, or about to start going through cancer, they just, what advice do you have for them to help them get through this?
I think you just kind of take it a step at a time. I mean, there are going to be days where you can laugh at yourself and you can dress up as every bald person in the book and think that it's hilarious. And then there are other days that you hate being bald, and that's totally fine. Like, it's one of those things that just like life, it goes up and down, but there's just so many more ups and downs with cancer, and you just kind of have to be prepared for it. But as long as you're looking for the good, and as long as you try to have the good outweigh the bad most times, it's going to be okay in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Paige. You just gotta take it one step at a time, look at it like a staircase. You can't, go from the first step to the 10th step. You gotta take it one step at a time, one day at a time. There are gonna be bad days, but you try to just wake up every morning and find something that brings you joy that day, whether it's, seeing a bumblebee on a flower, which sounds ridiculous to some people, but I mean, that's what I did. If there was one good thing that happened that day or that I saw, it made a world of difference in my attitude. And, I talked to a person recently that just got diagnosed with breast cancer. And I basically said, use this as your opportunity to like do fun stuff with your bald head, or, do silly things with what your body does with cancer. Because I mean, it isn't a fun process to go through, but if you can make it bearable, it makes it easier on you. And then I also found that it made it 10 times easier for my family that saw me going through it. So I think humor just kind of eased everything for everybody around me. Because if your friends and family can see you laughing and still finding joy, then they can find it too in the situation.
Great. Well, that's all the questions I have, but I just want to say though, you both, I mean, everything you're saying just is so inspiring. And so, I don't know, like you could tell that you guys bring so much heart to this whole conversation and everything. And, I just am so lucky to have gotten to know you both through Humor Beats Cancer. And kind of in closing, is there anything that you guys want, any last thoughts you want to throw out there about your journey or about humor, about anything really? Is there anything else you want to add to, before we close out?
I think as weird as this is about to sound, just kind of remember to embrace and enjoy the cancer experience as you go. As weird as that is, like there are days I miss my bald head. I actually have like a fair amount of hair under here. I like the wigs, they're fun. But like I miss not having to shave my legs. Like there's certain things about it that I'm like, I kind of miss that. I don't ever want to experience it again, but like I kind of wish that I had enjoyed that just a little bit more whenever it happened.
I don't think I have anything else to add. I just thank you for providing a community that we can share funny stories and not feel like we're alone in making this process humorous. I was ecstatic when I found your Instagram.
Good.
It felt like there was so many people out there, especially during a pandemic. We can't go to support groups and stuff. So your Instagram was the way to find and share stories with people. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you both so much, for sharing your story and being brave to put it out there like that. So, again, yeah, we hope everybody in our Humor Beats Cancer community enjoys your stories, enjoys this latest edition of our virtual open mic, and follows us on social media too, because we want to be here for you all. My dog is like insane right now. I had to like literally go to the floor because last time I did one of these, he barked throughout the whole thing, which was super special. so he is right now he's like, thinks that I'm on the floor to play with him. So if you've heard him sneeze or growl, that's what I have an English bulldog. So and even something like this brings humor. and oh, there he is right there. Say hi, Oz.
Oh, hi, buddy.
He is excited. So, but thank you guys so much. And I look forward to, sharing more stuff with you guys and hopefully doing more stuff with you both. So have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.